Welcome to Next Chapter Fitness and Nutrition. It's such a gorgeous day. I decided to try filming a workout outside today. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you can even work out outside with me. Today we're going to do first a warm-up, like we always do, and then we're going to head into a series of 10 exercises. We're going to do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. They're almost all compound exercises. I really like those. In most cases, exercising both our upper body and lower body at the same time, throwing in a little bit of cardio as well. So first we're going to do our warm-up, so we're just going to do some arm circles to start, front and back. We'll do a few of these. And then we're going to do some arm swings, warming up those shoulders, so yes, we're going to be using our arms. Then we're going to do some butt kickers, and you can jog with these if you like, or you can just stand still. Either way, modify as you see fit. I'm going to jog the last few. My hands are just back there so you can see I'm really kicking my hands. So just a light little warm-up, get things moving. Then our last warm-up is just a little stand-in-place march. I like to tap my knee because it keeps my arms moving. I'm a big-time fidget, so anytime I can move things, it helps. So our muscles are warming up, heart rate's coming up a little bit. So we're ready? We're going to get into our exercise. I'm going to go turn on my timer. We'll start soon. Our timer is going to count us down. We'll get started. First exercise is a jogging toe tap or heel tap.
1, go.
So I'm just tapping out in front with my toes. And when I get bored with that, I'm going to switch to my heels. And just go back and forth between toes.
Halfway there.
And heels. On two of our exercises, it will be important to know when we're halfway because we're going to switch sides. Exercises 6 and 10.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, that was some good cardio. Our next exercise is a deadlift to an upright row. And safely pick up my weights by bending over to get them, squatting down. So we're going to start with our deadlift first.
2, 1, go.
So deadlift, down to mid-shin, come up to an upright row. So you can see this is compound. When you're doing your deadlift and coming up, make sure you're using your glutes. So
halfway
you
there.
Can see. Up, row, back, lift, up, row, and back, so you can see the other side. Deadlift, up,
3,
row,
2,
and
1,
back.
rest.
Okay, our next exercise is a front lunge with a bicep curl. I'm going to hang on to these weights. So we're going to just take a front lunge, knees 90-90, and do bicep curl with both arms.
3,
you can modify by just
2,
doing one arm at a time.
1, go.
So forward lunge, bicep curl, back, come back from your lunge. Lunge on the other leg, bicep curl, down and up. So we're alternating our legs. You can see I'm 90-90 at the knees.
Halfway there.
Back up, there, and up. Now if you're doing just one arm at a time, I can do my opposite arm from the one that's in front. Front lunge with my left, curl
3, 2,
with my right,
1,
and back.
rest.
Okay, great. Our next one is a cardio. We're doing a wide squat, tap, and jump. So I've got a wide stance. I'm going to squat down, tap the ground, jump up.
3,
I can do this with a weight.
2, 1,
I'll demonstrate that.
go.
So tap down, jump up, tap down, jump up. If you have a medicine ball, works great with that too. I'm actually not touching the ground because I don't want to bash my knuckles. If the weight is too much,
Halfway there.
we put that down, tap the ground, jump up, tap, jump up. So you should be feeling this in your quads. You're kind of rolling off your toes each time.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1, rest.
Oh, I can feel that. Our next one is a hip hinge to a bent over row. I'm going to grab my weights again. So we're going to hinge forward, do a bent
3,
over row.
2, 1, go.
So hinge, row, down, and up. So my knees, ankles, hips are in alignment. When I hinge forward, keeping my back straight as I can,
Halfway there.
like a straight line through the crown of my head, turning my head just to look at you, and come back up. In the bent over row, arms are straight down, come up to 90,
3,
back down,
2, 1.
and up.
Rest.
Great. For this next exercise, you can use no weights, or one if you like. I'll start with one. It's a backward lunge, bringing our knee
3,
up to
2,
the weight.
1. Go.
So I'm going to lunge to the back, step up, knee up, back. Alternate legs, lunge to the back, come up. So I'm going to alternate my legs rather than switching through. I said early on we might switch through. This is exercise
Halfway
6.
there.
So you can stop in the middle if you're having a balance challenge, as I was. So you can go back, stop, knee lift, back. Back, stand,
3,
knee lift,
2,
stand.
1.
Or do it all the way through,
Rest.
whichever works for you. Our next one, I have to get down on the mat. It's a chest press, followed by a bridge. So I'm setting the weights down, picking them up to bring back with
2,
me.
1. Go.
So arms are 90-90, coming up over my chest, back down, that's the chest press, up into a bridge, back down. Chest press, down, bridge, up. Chest press,
Halfway
down,
there.
bridge, up. So there's nothing really special about this. If the bridge is bothersome for your lower back, then leave that out. Just take a pause
3,
while you're
2,
doing that chest press.
1. Rest.
Perfect. You just want to put them down safely. So set the weights down and then come up. Next exercise is speed skaters. Speed skaters, here we go. So I'm just going from side to side, making sure my dumbbells are out of the way. If you want to go far, you can
Halfway there.
touch down with your hands if you like that better. I always envision pushing off and skating around that Olympic ring.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, we have one more set to go. I have 2 more
1.
sets to go.
Go.
Next one is push-ups. I'm going to start in the standard stance. Notice I'm in a straight line from my heels to my shoulders. Modification for this is to come down on your knees. If you're doing that, make sure you're still
Halfway there.
in a straight line. People have a tendency to stick their butt out for this. You don't want to do that. For all of these, we should be breathing. Probably should have told you to breathe sooner. I like to exhale
3,
on the
2,
exertion, which is
1.
up.
Rest.
Okay. Quick child's pose. And then our last exercise requires just one weight. 2 is a compound move.
3,
It's the wood chop.
2, 1. Go.
We're starting up, coming down across our body like you're raising an axe and chopping. So notice I'm twisting my torso. That twists and gets the core. This one I definitely have to switch directions when I
Halfway
hear that I'm
there.
halfway there. There we go. So we start up on the other side, swing down, back up. Again, torso twist. That opposite leg is coming off the ground. Your classic wood chop. Working your shoulders.
Workout complete.
There we go. That is our workout complete. Now that's one set. The goal here is to do 2 sets, so you'll want to replay this. But before we do that, I want to show you the cool down. Lost my little sign there. So here's the cool down that we're going to do, but don't do this until the end. I just want to show it to you. So when I cool down, again, I like to swing my arms, do stuff. So you just want to get your heart rate back down before you do anything else. Now we've done compound exercises, so we can do some compound stretching. So I'm going to stretch my shoulder muscles next and my hip flexors. So I'm going to put my left leg behind. I'm leaning forward till I feel a good stretch in my hip flexor. And pull my left arm across. My right arm's going to press on it. Turn this way. So I'm getting a stretch in my left shoulder. I'm just going to hold this for a few seconds. Make sure we're breathing while we stretch. Hopefully your heart rate is recovering. Then we're going to switch sides. So I'm stepping back with my right leg. So I feel the stretch in the hip flexor. Right arm across. My left arm is holding it right around elbow or a little bit higher. just to get that nice stretch. Feel that my shoulder, my hip flexor, and my quad a little bit too. Okay, next we're going to stretch triceps and hamstrings. So I'm going to plant my left leg behind me with my heel on the ground and lean forward so I can feel that in my calf, my hamstring. I'm going to take my left arm up over my head, grab a hold of that elbow with my right arm and pull back. My hand in the middle of my shoulder blades. So I'm stretching my tricep, calves, a little bit into the hamstring. Holding this for a little bit, and then we'll switch sides. So stepping back with my right foot, but leaving my heel planted so I can get that good stretch. Right arm up overhead, hand down between my shoulder blades. My left hand is on my elbow, pulling back to stretch that tricep. This feels really good. So holding these for 10 to 20 seconds. I'm a terrible counter. Some of you know that by now. All right, we want to stretch our quads. They did a lot of work. Now, if you're fortunate, you've got a piece of wall or a chair or something to hold on to. I may have to go grab a chair, but let's see how I do. So we're going to take our left leg, bring it up, grab the foot, and your leg is right in the middle, in the back. You're not out to the side. So if you can see my knees pointing straight down, I'm trying to hold it. Sometimes it helps to fix on a point in front of you. Stare at that. Hopefully it's not a moving point. You should feel a nice stretch through your quad. It helps me to hold my hand out. And now we're going to do the other quad. So weight is on my left leg, grabbing my right ankle so you can see. I'm trying to hop while I do this. There we go. And my knees pointing straight down. Take it back in through there. Didn't balance so well with that one. There we go. So again, feeling a nice stretch through the quad there. So your left foot's really firmly planted in the ground. So to stretch our biceps, again, normally I'd have a wall and I'd lean against, but I'm just going to reach my hand out and press against my palms. My palm is facing down. I'm pressing until I feel a bit of a stretch in my bicep. This one's a little harder to feel. So I'm pushing forward with my left heel of my hand into my right hand to get that stretch. Again, normally I would do this in conjunction with the quad stretch because then I'd be holding onto a wall, which makes that easier. And then we'll do the other side. So my arm is out, my palm is facing forward, hand is flexed, and I'm pushing forward kind of through the heel of my right hand to get a stretch in my right bicep. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon, as you can see. All right, I'm going to take one final stretch. Hands up and down. There we go. Our workout is all set. Don't forget, do it twice, and then come back and do this cool down. So be fit, be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.